Mom, Dad, we're here.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you.
You're here! It's nice to finally meet you. My son has told me so much about you. You are just as beautiful as he said.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Mrs. West.
Oh my! Mrs. West! I haven't been called by my last name since I was a teacher. I kind of like it. You are so respectful, dear. What are you doing, honey? You haven't even said hello.
Welcome to our home. We've been working hard to prepare for you guys to arrive since the morning, so I'm a bit tired. You two haven't eaten yet, have you?
Hello, Mr. West. It's nice to finally meet you. We have not eaten yet.
Okay, good. You two must be hungry. Let's sit down and eat.
We weren't sure what you like to eat, so we just made James's favorite meal. What do you think? Does it smell good at least?
It smells amazing.
Dig in then. Eat as much as you'd like.
Oh, wow, this is incredible. You must be amazing cooks.
It's all my wife. I just stand and watch.
James has told me that your cooking skill is next level. You could be the next female Gordon Ramsay. I understand why he brags about your skills so much. I feel like I'm at a 5-star restaurant. It is delicious, but don't parents usually ask what kind of food their son's fiancé likes? I mean, it's not too difficult to ask him what I would like, is it? You want to prepare a meal for your son's fiancé, but don't care to check what she might like?
Oh, is that so? I guess I should start my own cooking show. I had no idea that he spoke about us at such a high standard. I should be honored. What a mama's boy you are, James. What do you do for work, Rita?
Honey, don't start interrogating her yet. While we eat, just let everyone enjoy the delicious meal. We can talk and ask about each other after we are finished eating.
Why should I wait? We've already greeted each other and started eating. Can't I ask her some simple questions about herself?
It's okay, Mr. West. I would love to tell you a bit more about myself. I work for a pharmaceutical company.
Wow, a pharmaceutical company! How can someone as beautiful and kind as you work at this great of a job? You really are the perfect woman, aren't you? Just imagine how much I'll be able to brag about you after you two get married. All of my friends will be so jealous to hear about James's perfect wife.
Oh, please. They love each other. You don't need to make this about your reputation. I feel like you're just making the poor girl uncomfortable. Because I approve of this marriage, I'm not going to press you further and question you. It's not like we're the police.
Thank you, Mr. West. But I really don't mind answering any questions.
Thanks for saying you support our marriage, Dad. That means a lot to me. Mom, you approve of this marriage too, don't you? Of course I do! Your parents must be very proud of you if you're working for some big pharmaceutical company.
They are. On my first day, my mom wanted to drop me off at work so she could see the place. She even bought me some nice perfume to wear on the first day. They supported me all through my school, so they are very proud. They even decided to close their shop for the day to come get lunch and dinner with me.
Close shop? What do your parents do?
Oh, my parents run their own convenience store. At this point, it's more like a snack shop since most of the things they sell are snacks.
A convenience store? You mean they run it together?
When I graduated from high school, we found out that my dad had pancreatic cancer. Ever since then, my mom's been running it on her own. I send them money every month to help them out since the medical bills wiped out their savings and retirement funds. After I got my job, I was able to save up enough money to buy them a house.
You should stop by her place sometime. She has a section with fresh baked items for sale and she has delicious pastries. It's probably the world's coolest convenience store. Whenever you guys have time, we should go together. You have to taste her pastries.
Yes, you do love pastries, dear. Let's go there next time. Plus, we can support the business and introduce ourselves at the same time.
Are pastries important right now? You only have one parent who is working and she runs her own snack shop. You send them money each month so they can scrape by and you expect us to be okay with that. Mom, why are you suddenly acting like that?
Why are you being so rude? You make it sound like what her family does is wrong or something. Your future daughter-in-law is here to meet you officially for the first time. Are you trying to make her hate us?
No! I mean, why didn't you tell me about her family status before this, James? I would have liked to know. You never mentioned what they do for a living. If I would have known this, I never would have wanted to meet her. It's not you, Rita. It's your family. Just thinking about my precious boy marrying into such a poor family makes my head spin. We have standards for the people we want to accept into our family. You know this. I can't believe you thought we would accept her.
Excuse me?
Mom, this is not the time for you to start acting like a witch. Why would I have told you about her family's professions? That's not really any of your business anyway.
I know that my parents' situation might not be glamorous, but there is nothing they could do about it. They have given me an incredible life, and I am grateful for everything they have done for me. I couldn't have gotten this job without their support.
Oh, shut up. I don't want to listen to this anymore. I cannot approve of your relationship. If you approve of her family so much, you can continue to spend time with them instead of us. Mom, you're overreacting for no reason. Mrs. Bennett does a great job at her shop and is loved by everyone in the neighborhood, especially the university students nearby. Just stop by and taste her pastries or buy a snack sometime and you'll understand. I don't want to understand. There is no way you two will live well if you're sending all of your money to her parents. Sometimes you can't see the big picture and need someone else to break it down for you. Shall I?
I can't believe the way you've managed to change the mood so drastically. If I had known you would behave like this, I would have told them to meet me in private. Our son is in love. He's ready to settle down and create a life and a family for himself. We have raised him to treat women with respect, but now you're suddenly treating her like she's less valuable now. What's so important about her parents' occupations? You got married to me, didn't you? And at that time, my family wasn't well off either. I cannot understand how you feel comfortable acting like this. I know you have high standards, but I didn't think you would allow them to affect your child's life and relationships.
Don't you feel bad for James? He's going to get sucked into a whirlpool of debt and misery. I can't stand to see him with someone who is just going to drag him down in life. Why are you making it sound like I'm some kind of villain? I only have his best interests at heart. How am I supposed to accept this relationship if her parents come from such a poor background? I know it will weigh him down. I just know it.
Hey, James? I think it's best if I just leave. I'll get going now.
What? No. Mom, look what you've done. Now she's so uncomfortable that she wants to go home. This is all because of you. I think it's best if we just talk about this later. There is no point in arguing like this while she's here. If you just give her a chance, you'd see that she's an incredible person. I mean, you'll understand why I'm so in love with her.
I was going to leave quietly without making a fuss. Why is he turning it into a bigger issue? He is no help at all. He wants to talk to them about it again later? Behind my back?
I don't care if she's a good kid or not, James. Oh my God, I'm a failure of a mother. Where did I go wrong? I can't believe you'd want to lower your status to marry a girl like her. I can't allow this. I won't allow it. I thought you were leaving, Rita. Why haven't you left yet?
Honey, they just arrived and haven't even had a chance to eat the food yet. Rita, you are more than welcome to stay and finish your meal. I'm sorry she's insulted you like this, but you really don't have to go yet.
There's no need for her to stay. She's not a part of the family, is she? Why would I give her this meal if I don't want her to be in our family? Put your plate in the sink and get out of my house. I will never accept your marriage.
You're right. I should get going. I don't want stuck-up classist elitists to be a part of my family either. That sounds miserable and exhausting. I was going to say thank you for inviting me and for the meal, but I guess there's no point now. I'm not thankful for any of this. I don't think we'll be seeing each other again, so enjoy your life. James, I'm out of here.
Rita, my love, please don't go. I have no intention of breaking things off with you. I still want to get married. James, Let go of her hand! She said she's leaving! You need to set your standards higher. You kids nowadays don't care about your image or reputation enough anymore. If you really want to be with her so badly, you get out too. Enjoy her company on your own.
I've lost my appetite. I don't think I'll be eating anything else for the rest of the evening. I can't believe you did this to him. You are a piece of work. You can eat all of this on your own. I'm going to bed. Oh, and you can sleep in the guest room tonight. I'm not sharing my room with you.
Goodbye, Mr. West. It was nice to meet you.
Wait, Rita. Wait for me. Let's go together. You're really not going to quit. Stay with me. I made you your favorite meal. If you leave, you're really going to make me upset. Get over here. Come back inside. Don't you dare get in that car. Ugh! I can't deal with these brats. Rita, why haven't you been answering my calls? Do you know how worried I was? You left my place as soon as we got back, and I haven't been able to get in touch with you since. I was going to drive you home, but when I went to the bathroom, you took an Uber.
Okay. And? I'm sorry I didn't answer your calls, but what do you expect me to do in this situation? Did you expect me to ride in the car with you happily while we came back to my place?
No, but I wanted to make sure you were okay. My mom is a complete jerk, and that's just me being kind. I can't believe what she said to you. I'm so sorry it happened, and I wish I could take it back. I apologize on her behalf. I am so sorry for what she said. I don't share the same values as her. She's always been overbearing. I told you that she can be entitled and horrible when it comes to money and status, didn't I? It's something I've had to learn to accept all my life.
I understand that, but I cannot allow her to speak badly about my parents. My mom has worked so hard to provide for my family while my dad's been getting sicker and sicker. How dare your mom think it's okay to say such horrible things about her? To my face, too! You understand why I'm so angry, don't you? I mean, you can see why I'm pissed, right? I don't think you'll ever fully be able to understand how it feels, but come on! You really expect me to accept your apology on her behalf and to just forget about it all?
Babe, no, it's not that. I can understand where you're coming from. And believe me, I'm 100% on your side. But people at her age from her background are set in their ways. She'll never change the way she views the world. She's from an incredibly wealthy and privileged family. She believes that anyone with unconventional lives or with little money is less valuable than her and are therefore a waste of her time. But you didn't have to leave early, you know. We could have calmed her down and talked more about it later. I only told my mom good things about you so we could have gotten the conversation back on track.
Now I get why you decided to call me. I don't think you called me just to apologize for her behavior. It's okay. This was a good thing. Before we officially got married, I got to see what your family is like. I'm most surprised to see that you're basically saying that there's nothing you can do about her behavior. Because she's old, it's okay, right? Whatever. We're done.
Babe, wait. I'm not trying to say that her behavior is okay. I would never try to justify it. I don't want us to break up. I love you. You know how much I want to marry you, don't you? Why are you suddenly throwing everything away because of my idiot mother? I'm sorry for everything. I didn't stick up for you well enough. Please don't break up with me. Let's just talk about this. We can work through it.
James, it's okay. It was never meant to be. There's no point in us getting married anymore. I loved you, but I can't stand your mother being so hateful towards my mom. If she was just being a jerk towards me, I would reconsider. But I can't let her speak about my parents like that. Do you really believe we'd last in marriage with your mom's overbearing attitude? Do you think you'd have a good life with me? Or would I just hold you back and weigh you down?
Of course I would have a good life with you. I love you so much. All I want is to be with you. We're not going to live with my mom, right? If I treat you well and love you and care for you, what's the issue?
If we have to see your mom, it's not going to work. I never want to see her again. It would be exhausting to visit her for me. Every time I'd have to bite my tongue and listen to her insult and berate me. It would be hard for you too. It would be hard for everyone. I don't want us to have to deal with that. That's why it's the right thing to end our relationship now.
We don't have to visit her. I can go home on my own. I'll get her permission, okay?
What?
My mom always gives me permission to do things in my life. If she does, she's the most agreeable and friendly person you'll ever meet. Please, believe in me just this once. I don't know what I'll do without you. I need you, Rita. I don't know what I did to deserve to meet you. I'm not a particularly special or good-looking person, but I did. You were so beautiful and kind and smart. I never dreamed someone like you would want to marry someone like me. I understand why you want to call it all off, but I'm begging you to give it one more chance. This is just a minor issue if we look at the bigger picture here.
Minor issue? You think that her attitude and behavior is just a minor issue?
Well, no. That's not really what I meant. I know it's a serious problem, I just meant this particular circumstance. We've known each other for nearly 10 years, Rita. I can't give up on you. On us. I won't visit her anymore. I'll cut contact. Please go through with the marriage and stay with me. I promise I won't contact her anymore. Just give me one more chance to make her apologize and this will all be over.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from. I'm very tired, so I want to go to bed early. Let's talk again in a few days, okay? I need some time to get over this.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too.
Rita, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. I thought you might not come and I was starting to get worried. I'm so thankful that you decided to give me another chance.
This is no time to joke around.
I am confident that I can prevent this kind of situation from happening ever again. Please, don't worry about it.
Did you try to speak to your mother about it again?
Of course I did. And I got her stamp of approval on our marriage.
Well, what did she say? Why did she suddenly change her mind and give you her blessing? I can't imagine her approving of our relationship.
I got down on my knees and begged her. If it wasn't you I was fighting for, I'm sure I would have given up. I asked my mom if she wanted me to lose the love of my life and asked her if she was proud of herself. I even threatened her a little. It did the trick.
What? Are you insane?
It's just a joke. I just begged her to reconsider and to be kind to you and your family. It took me a few days of begging, but it finally worked. I told her that you're a really good person and that she would love you if she really got to know you. I asked her to trust me for once. My dad was there too, so he helped me to convince her. He knows how to change her mind well, since he's had to do it so much throughout their relationship.
Oh, really?
Yes. My dad really liked you and said he was horribly embarrassed. He said he wants to make it up to you if you're ever comfortable enough to meet him again. It's all okay now. Please don't worry. This will never happen again. I promise I'll treat you so well, Rita. We can really do this. Get married and have a good life together. I'm sure of it. What do you think? This is all great news, isn't it?
We'll have to wait and see.
So you're still going to marry me, aren't you?
Yes, I suppose. Since your mom finally approved, I feel much more comfortable going through with it.
Yes, yes, yes! Thank you for giving me another chance. I love you so much.
Oh, stop it, you goofball. We're outside. Everyone can see us.
How do you feel, knowing we're really going to be husband and wife soon? I promise I'm going to treat you so well. And not just with my words, with my actions and behavior as well.
Okay, calm down. I trust you and I believe in you. But you're really sure your mom changed her mind? You're not just lying to me, are you?
No, of course I'm not lying. I love you so much, Rita.
I love you too, James. After we decided that the wedding was going to happen, I told my parents the good news. I even shared the drama and solution with my dad. Mr. West said he would always be on my side and that he did not condone his wife's behavior. He tried to make it up to me by buying me a nice gift and taking me and James out for a fancy dinner. I finally have both of my in-laws on my side. Mrs. West is acting different now, and I'm confident she will continue to treat me right. But the truth is, even though everyone has been nice to me so far, I'm worried something is going to go wrong. I think there's a chance that one day I might regret my decision. Apparently, after speaking to James the first time, Mrs. West decided she ought to visit my mom's shop. She met my mom and then immediately gave her stamp of approval to James. My parents didn't help pay for anything in the wedding, but Mrs. West contributed a lot. She wanted to help us prepare everything, too, so she's been coming over nonstop. Now we stop by their house most weekends to prepare and plan the wedding. I don't think most people would like the current dynamic that I have with James's family, but I'm putting up with it because I love him. I believe that we will have a good life together. But there's another issue that's come up. It happened when my mother-in-law decided to give me a call. Hello, Mrs. West? How can I help you? How did she get my phone number? I never gave it to her. Did James give it to her without telling me?
You don't have anything you need to say to me.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Why is she starting this up again? Does she really want to get rid of me before the marriage? Could this be some kind of test? What is James up to and why did he give her my number?
Do I have to hear these things through my son? You two are planning on getting married, but it's not just about you two. I told you before that it's also about our families.
I don't know what you're getting at, but if there's something you want to say, just say it. If you're going to keep changing your attitude towards me, then just be honest. I don't care for the little show you put on in front of everyone else.
I see that you're showing your true colors now. Okay, fine. I'll be honest. Here is what I really feel about you. Your poor little family isn't going to help with the wedding, but you're still going through with it.
Yeah?
Why are you just doing whatever you want?
What?
You always choose what is most convenient for you without thinking about the others around you. When I give a suggestion, you should say, yes, that's a great idea. But you always argue with me and choose something different. Why on earth are you two talking behind my back? I never acted like you do when I met with my mother-in-law because I was a good person.
I made those decisions because James and I agreed to do those things. We are the ones getting married, not you. Besides, you haven't helped us much with the planning of our wedding either. You just come and show me more pictures in different venues even though we told you we already figured that part out. It's our decision because we are the ones paying for it and it's our special day. I don't understand why you're so mad about this.
I said I wanted to help! Didn't you know that?
Not really, because you haven't helped at all.
I said I would, and I will.
Okay, then what's the problem?
You say you want to do everything yourself without my help. If you really think that's a good idea, I'm telling you that you're wrong. You know everything you need to prepare, don't you? Well, once you get overwhelmed by it all, then give me a call and start asking me questions. I know more about this than you do.
What all do you think I need to prepare that I haven't already mentioned? Are you trying to imply that something is going to magically come up that I will need to ask you for help with?
Exactly.
My mom said we don't have to do everything that people expect for weddings. For example, we're not having an engagement party and I'm not having a bridal shower. I was going to tell you that later when you bring it up, but I guess it's good to let you know now.
What? No! You two have to do all of that. You can't leave anything out. Have you not listened to a thing I've said the entire time we've been working together on this? I see that you're being held back by pride.
Excuse me? My pride?
You want to do everything by yourself and won't let anyone else help you. Plus, you're only focused on yourself. That's all because of your big ego. You never accept anyone's suggestions and you never say thank you. If you really feel like you're better at this than me, then forget it. I won't help you anymore. Get it? Well, I guess you must be busy. Bye.
Mrs. West! Why are you acting like this?
Hello?
I can't believe she called me just to tell me that she's mad I'm making my own decisions about my wedding. Ugh, so frustrating.
I've heard a lot about you. It's nice for us to finally meet again. Thank you for taking such good care of my daughter. I was so busy at the shop that I haven't been able to stop by and help with the wedding. Thank you so much for taking care of her. You've been busy. It seems like you never have time for anything other than your work. They're already done planning everything. Mom, don't you dare act like this now. We talked about this earlier. I came, didn't I? I wasn't going to, but I did. I need to be honest with this woman, okay? We're all adults here. People like us have to learn to put people like them in their place. I'm doing you a favor by even coming here, James. Do you know how hard it is for me to look at these people? They disgust me. Excuse me. Did something happen prior to this I should know about? You're being incredibly rude.
Mrs. West, where is your husband? Did he not ride with you?
Why are we talking about people who aren't here? This is so embarrassing for you to bring up. Why are you being such a brat on a special day? Mom! Why are you speaking to my daughter like that? Apologize for what you just said. I've had to raise my daughter mostly on my own since she was in middle school. Her father has been very ill for most of her life up until his diagnosis, and now he can't even leave the house. I have no idea why you think you're better than us, but you are the one who disgusts me. You're the one who told Rita she could skip out on different parties that are essential to the wedding experience. Do you know how hard that was for me to hear? I'm the only one who has been helping them with the wedding. I see that she takes after you. You both have quite the attitude.
Mrs. West, stop that right now. You said you were okay with and approved of our marriage and you wanted to help. I told you to stop being rude towards my family and here you are, going back to your old ways. Does it make you feel good about yourself to belittle others? Apologize to my mother right now. If you don't apologize, then we are not getting married.
Rita, you said you would trust me and let me handle everything. We've made it this far. Please don't call things off now. Mom, if you don't stop right now, you're going to cost me the love of my life. Why are you treating Mrs. Bennett like this? Why are you on their side now? James, let's just leave. I disapprove of all of this. I can't accept this relationship. Rita, I had no idea that the parents of your fiancé were so terrible. I wanted to approve of this because I know you are in love with James, but I don't think I can. I want you to be treated the way you deserve, but it's clear that this witch is too attached to her son and his life. I'm sorry, James, but if your mom acts like this now, it will be hell for all of us later. Why are you copying me now? Who are you to say my son can't marry your daughter? You are just a shop owner who doesn't have any money and relies on her daughter to survive. Do you have any idea how rich our family is? We couldn't stand being connected to you. I can't stand to see you two. Oh, I see. You can be the one to call off the wedding, but I'm not allowed to agree with you. Sounds pretty hypocritical to me. I refuse to speak to someone as immature as you. I really liked you, James. You're a good kid. I thought that your parents would be more like you, but I see that you are much better than they are.
Mrs. West, listen to me.
What? How dare you shout at me? Mom, why are you trying to curse them out now? Please, I'm begging you to stop. This is humiliating and disgusting. I'm ashamed to be your son. I'm your mother. You have to be on my side, but I see you're not. Oh, I get it. You want to support that stupid girl. James, are you really going to treat me like I'm the monster? I feel so bad for your son. He's going to miss out on so many things in life because of your actions. We better get going. Hey, you can't leave first. I'm not finished speaking to you. Get back here, you two. Mom, please stop. Emma? Emma Bennett. Is that you? Nice to see you. Oh, hi, Mariella. What brings you here? I'm attending a cooking class nearby and just got here early. I decided to walk around for a bit.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Oh my goodness, you must be Rita. I've heard so much about you. You really take after your mom, you know. You two look like you could be sisters.
How has business been at the bookshop recently?
It's been great.
I see you've got another new book there. Next time I come into your store, you'll have to give me some recommendations. I haven't read for a while, but I've missed it a lot more lately.
I would love to recommend you some good stories. While I'm out, I might as well pick you up a book or two. You're the building owner, after all. I feel like I owe you one.
Oh no, you really don't have to, but thank you so much for the kind thought. How about I treat you to a meal next time?
That sounds wonderful. Are you two having a mother-daughter day? Did you just get lunch? You two both look so dressed up. Must have been an exciting occasion.
We were meeting the mother of her fiancé.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations! I didn't know you were getting married.
Oh, no need to congratulate. She's actually not getting married. She was going to, but the mother of the groom is insane. You should see this lady. My daughter just called it off, and now we're just going for a walk.
Oh, wow. That sounds crazy. Well, if you two decided to call it off, they must be bad people. You two are the nicest people in the world. I would expect them to have loved you two. I mean, you're both so beautiful and kind. But you know what? Good job, Rita. You took out the trash. You must be upset, but you have to keep your head up. Oh, I've lost track of time. I'm sorry, but I have to go.
See you soon.
Bye. Enjoy your class. Stop! Rita!
Oh my god.
Are you guys following us? We have nothing to say to you.
Rita, we overheard the conversation between you guys and that woman. What was she talking about when she called your mom the building owner? We heard you while we were waiting to speak to you again.
Shut up, James. I thought you said your mom was a convenience store owner. That she just owned a small shop. Tell us the truth. Is your mom really the owner of a building? Are you serious?
Yes, my mom owns an entire building. She just likes to run her own shop as well. What's the problem here?
What?
Hey, why didn't you tell me that?
Why would I tell you that? Does this change anything? My mom still owns a convenience store and she works there full time. She just also happens to own the whole building next to it.
Of course things would be different. Come on, let's go back inside and talk this out. This was all just a big misunderstanding.
I have nothing left I want to say to you. I thought we already settled this.
I was being careless earlier. I wasn't thinking straight. You should have told us that you owned the building in addition to the convenience store. We would have gotten along a lot better if I had known that.
You said you didn't want to be family with people as low class and poor as us. If I recall correctly, you said that you were disgusted by us. You were the one who made the situation as complicated as it is now. I don't know what else you would want to say to us, but I don't care to hear it.
Look, this was all just a complete misunderstanding. It could happen to anyone. If I had known who you really were, I never would have acted the way I did before. Let's not speak about this here on the street. We still have our reservation. Let's go back inside and chat.
Yeah, now she knows everything and is back together. She'll give us her blessing now. Let's go back inside and hash this out. We already picked a day for our wedding and arranged so much. My mom will never treat either of you that way ever again. Right, Mom?
Of course, of course. I have to be kind to someone who owns such a large building. Please don't worry, you two. I promise that I will take good care of Rita. I can't imagine my son marrying anyone else. So don't worry about anything and let me help them with the wedding.
Earlier, you said that you wouldn't let him marry her. Now you're saying you can't imagine anyone else? Who said I would allow her to marry your son?
Excuse me?
Mrs. Bennett, please.
I've seen a lot of people who say they are in love, but I don't think this is the truth. You said you loved my daughter, yet allowed your mother to treat her horribly. Now you know that I make more money than you previously thought, and you've suddenly changed your tune? This is outrageous. This is the kind of behavior I hate the most. People who are fake.
One minute you hate me, the next you're kissing up to me. You disgust me. I would never allow my daughter to marry into your family. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I am so sorry. Rita, please. I said I was sorry. You said you loved James up until this point. Don't shut him out because I was a fool. I'll apologize with more than my words. I'll show it with my actions. Can't we just turn over a new leaf? Have a fresh start? Babe, my mom is being sincere. Can't you consider forgiving her? I will promise for her again. We were so good together. Please don't throw it away because of her previous attitude. We have so many things to do together. Please don't throw it all away. I think it would be a shame if we were to quit our relationship right now.
I have no intention on getting back together. This is a relief for me, finding out what kind of person you are before the wedding. Thank you for showing me the truth. I promise I will live a good life from now on.
Well, that settles it. We will get going now. I guess you two should go back home. Babe! Rita! Come back! I'm sorry! I said I was sorry! Please give us one more chance! Mrs. Bennet, let your daughter marry my son. We already finished talking about this weeks ago. Why are you still trying to force them back together? Now you've come to my work begging for me to make her marry him. Your daughter is getting old. Soon she won't be able to find anyone who will marry her. That's a pity, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with her being single. She doesn't need to rush into any serious relationship. I feel more worried about your son. I heard from Rita that he doesn't have a job and is entirely dependent on you. Don't worry about my daughter when you should be worried about your son. Why are you still being so stubborn? I mean, can't you just let this go? I am picky with who I allow my family to associate with, and you have finally made the cut. You should be honored. I finally accepted your daughter. Why are you keeping her from James? I wanted to accept James too. I don't want to accept you. I think it's the right thing to do, cutting ties with your family. You're not at the same level as me anyways. Same level? I own a huge building. It has both commercial and residential space. What is it you do again? You are insufferable. I guess I'll have to go buy a building to shut you up. What can I do? I have standards for who my daughter can spend time with, and you don't make the cut. Whenever you make more money than me, you can come back and ask me again. Then I'll consider letting my daughter marry into your family. There's no way. This is outrageous. I don't understand how you can be so thoughtless. Good luck with your son's love life. I'm sure you'll keep holding him back and weighing him down. How dare you? I'm just saying the same stuff you've said to my daughter. Don't try to fake cry in front of me. Save your crocodile tears for later. Hey! You better listen to me. You can't just ignore me because I don't own my own building. You'll never find your daughter a mate if you have such high standards. That's where you're wrong. I'm not going to find my daughter a mate. It's her life and it's her decision who she chooses to love. I think it's time you left my establishment. Or should I call security? You jerk!
Mrs. West and James continue to call me, and she visited the store. They said that I promised him I would get married and that I owed him a second chance. I don't think he deserves another chance. Honestly, he has a bad habit of allowing people to treat me poorly. Even though he was good to me, he never stood up for me. I figured that even though he and I had a good relationship, it wasn't worth all of the stress. Ever since that day, my mother and I have been even closer together. Whenever the West family tries to contact me, she tells me how to handle it and gives me good advice. We dated for 10 years. He was my first true love, but I couldn't spend the rest of my life with him. I learned a hard lesson, but it's better than learning it once I was already married. Better late than never. Thank you for listening to our story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.